this calibrated. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I hate starting the stream like I feel like I'm forgetting. I know. That's like a weird... I know it's a weird qualifier, but I'm starting the stream and I feel like I'm forgetting something. If anybody pops in the stream early, we normally will give people time to trickle in. Someone pops in super early and can tell me off the top of their head what I'm forgetting. That would be pretty sweet. I feel like I'm definitely forgetting something. Josh Smith, good morning, and good morning to everyone else out there who happens to be joining. Welcome to Friday Morning Magic, the most fun you can have on this entire channel at 8 a.m. Central Time on a Friday morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. I hope you're going to kick off your weekend well. We want to kick off our Friday the best way possible, talking about trading card games, hanging out with people that we know and enjoy spending time with, and most importantly, give us something to talk about and think about over our Magic weekend. We got, this is the last weekend before MagicCon Chicago. The last weekend before MagicCon Chicago. So Josh Smith, good freaking morning. I hope the world finds you well. Big shout out to Josh Smith as a channel member. Helps support the data project, Cardboard Finance. I got some tweaks coming to this project for you guys, but the channel membership helps pay the server cost. If you guys want to consider helping that out and joining that link, click the pinned link in this video because it makes all of this possible. I could not justify spending this money out of my pocket fully. I still cover, a good portion of it myself, but I couldn't justify doing it fully. So because of the channel members, things like this are possible. So big shout out to Josh Smith. Are we talking about Fallout today? Oh, we are talking about Fallout today, my friend. Oh, we are talking about Fallout today, my friend. We have Fallout conversations to have today. We have Fallout conversations to have today, Mr. Josh Smith. Universes beyond Fallout. So we have to add this to the data vault. This release will be added to the data vault probably by the end of this weekend. So anybody who wants to visit cardboardfinance.com and keep up with how the sealed products are going, make sure you go ahead and feel free to do that. We have Captain Dingus. Captain Dingus, good freaking morning. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out, Captain Dingus. I hope you are finding yourself rested, relaxed, and are having a great Friday. This is going to be a good one. I'm excited to have this conversation. We are talking about Fallout today. We are also going to have another conversation about murders at take that, reverse it, Karlov Manor. Just Karlov Manor, not the M word, at Karlov Manor. Let's go, just Karlov Manor. Morning, Captain Dingus. Crisply salutes the captain. Let's go. So we want to talk too about this product and its possibility of recovery. Is that even a thing that could possibly happen? Because, ladies and gentlemen, let's just say that's a very telling graph. But we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. And of course, if we want the real price, for Fallout, you know where we have to go. If we want the real price for Fallout, which, by the way, is up another $6, you know where we have to go. We have to go to ships from and sold by Amazon.com. Good old Amazon.com with the Fallout art. Listen, Amazon.com is our local game store at this point. Amazon.com it feels like our local game store. What the hell? What are we doing? What are we doing, Wizards of the Coast? So we were going to get into all of that today, but as always, let's kind of start by taking a look at the lay of the land, see what we're think what we're thinking, and get to the bottom of how some of these Magic the Gathering products that we know and love, and other TCG products that we know and love, are selling on the secondary market. This is all the information scraped completely from TCG Player. The reason that's important is because after 120 days, that information disappears. It falls off the internet, never to be seen again. So holding on to this information is extremely important to me personally. It's something I definitely want to do. It's something I try to get my hands on as much as possible, and I want to hold on to it because then we can build beautiful, beautiful snapshots of our Magic the Gathering history like Lord of the Rings, because in another 2 months, the massive sale of Lord of the Rings bundles that was held on TCG Player will have been forgotten. It will have been gone. It will have been forgotten to memory, to the history of our game. And instead of letting that happen, we capture that information, hold on to that data, add it to the vault, so we can have a better understanding of how we, the community, interacted with the products that we know and love. So that is an important aspect of this project to me, and it builds, it paints a beautiful picture of the life cycle of a Magic the Gathering set on the secondary market. It's something I haven't had the opportunity to see. It's something I had never seen anyone really talk about, the idea of a product's lifespan, a set's lifespan on the secondary market, the ups, downs, and all arounds. And that to me is a beautiful thing to kind of have at our fingertips when we analyze how we feel about Magic the Gathering sets, how we might feel about future sets, and remembering our space in time. So that is really important to me, to each and every one of you. As we have more and more people trickle in, thank you so much for hanging out. We are going to get into the Karlov Manor information, the button that everyone wants me to click. If you are at your desk right now, you can go to cardboardfinance.com and you can walk through this yourself. It is not mobile friendly. Josh, why would you make a website in 2024 that's not mobile friendly? Well, because I started this project as just a way to make videos at my computer. And spoiler alert, I don't really make many videos holding up a phone in a vertical aspect ratio, so I wasn't really concerned with that. It is slowly coming around to be mobile friendly. It is happening as time goes on. Again, channel members are making that possible. That is why. Everyone who asks, why would you not do this? It's because it was made for me to make videos. That was what it all started as. It's grown beyond that, but that's kind of where we live at this moment. Anyway, rant aside, Karlov Manor is, let's just call it interesting. Do we want to call it interesting? I think interesting is, what we're going to go with. Its release date of February 9th, and we see that this set not only pre-sold way more product, than it sold on release, but there was an event that sold all this product. It was the TCG Player / MVP Sports sale that sold, I think it was 2,100 boxes of this product to juice this figure up to a 3,158 total. 3,158 play booster boxes sold total at an average cost of $130 2022. But that is not the whole story, because when we break down the play booster box, we see that the average price of this product month over month, remember in January we had that massive sale at $129.99. Well, we are now at an average price of $122.48 and a current price of $112. Oh my goodness, what a crash. So that's insane. Let's look at the duality of Magic here. The duality of Magic the Gathering on one hand, and on the other hand. But on one hand. But on the other hand, like, it's insane. So we got a ton to talk about with Karlov Manor today. Speculate on whether or not it can make a recovery and what that looks like. But let's start by talking about Fallout Commander. And let's take a look. We'll start, we're going to start on TCG Player, but we will, in the back of our mind, we will 100% be keeping the Amazon prices of, and this is not, not the best example of this, so maybe we'll be a little more lenient with the Fallout deck display, but I think that's fair. But the collector booster box, which I will remind you, ships from Amazon, sold by Amazon, right? Very important. Ships from Amazon, sold by Amazon. We will keep that in mind as we get to the bottom of this. Guys, there's a poll in the chat really quick. Make sure you click that poll. If you haven't liked the stream, it helps spread the stream to more viewers as live streams and life has gotten a little bit crazier. The channel's growing a little bit. the live streams have become more sporadic. I'm going to try to get back on a consistent schedule after MagicCon Chicago, and you can help that by hitting the like button. I try to make the content that you guys have the most fun with. If you like live streams, if you are enjoying this, take the 2 seconds out of your day and click the like button. It helps not only the channel and helps spread the stream, but it helps me know what people like. So as we look at Fallout Collector, you guys have known for some time, this is my big gripe, right? This is my massive complaint with a product like this. Ships from and sold by Amazon.com. This was available for pre-order way too early. Way too early. You could pre-order this shortly after release of the product. It was insane. I absolutely could not handle it. I was aghast. I was mad. I was not a nice person when it came to criticizing Wizards of the Coast for this decision. And now that we are approaching the release of the product, we see that reflected on the secondary market. Head over to TCG Player, and we got recently the news that we got rumors to talk about, but the news that we're going to go off right now is that, or the first rumor we're going to go off, they're all rumors. The first rumor we're going to go off is that Fallout is extremely limited. The collector booster box is an extremely limited product. And you see that reflected on the secondary market as this product has taken a massive, let's call it what it is, a massive, a gargantuan, a stupid explosion in price. This thing has skyrocketed to the moon. It has gone up $60 just over the course of the sales that we can get our eyes on right now, and even more when we expand past the 13th into the 12th. This product went on a boom. It is nuts. Now, I was quick to criticize this, and I stand by my criticism. I have always believed that Universes Beyond, this product, the best place for this is to get more people involved in Magic the Gathering. I can't see Universes Beyond past that. I can't see Universes Beyond as not being a great opportunity to get people that otherwise wouldn't play Magic to play Magic. That seems silly. That seems crazy. Like, of course this is gonna be what this is, right? Well, to then take the set that's supposed to be outward facing, attract the most people, be fan service to a new IP, say, hey you, hold on, hey you Fallout fan, come play the world's largest TCG, and come play it in the way that everybody in the community plays it. Magic says, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this right here. For a set that's supposed to bring a bunch of people in, we're gonna do this. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Why now? You know when the time to do that is. You know who wants collectible product. You know who wants Magic the Gathering to both be an accessible card game that everybody can get their hands on and play, and also have things that they can chase and collect and add to binders and show off in their commander decks at the local game store? You know who wants that? You and me. People watching live streams on the internet already. People who are already involved in Magic the Gathering. People who already play the game. That's who wants that. That's who that's for. You know what would have been a wonderful opportunity for that? This would have been a wonderful opportunity for a limited and rare collector booster product. A standard release is a wonderful opportunity for a limited collector product. It's insane that they missed the mark on this, in my opinion, so freaking hard. Josh Smith says, I've been saving money to buy 2 cases of the shop at this point. I don't know anyone in my area who's getting allocated that much. Now, Josh, hold on. We got some rumors to discuss, but I hear you. And the fact that we are finding out about this now is ultra frustrating. Huckleberry Magic Hound says, why now? Because the greed outweighs the intelligence. These cash grabs are and nothing else. And listen, Wizards of the Coast, yes, is a company to make money. But let's even put it in that context. Let's play the Wizards of the Coast as a greedy cash cow that only cares about money and hates their game and hates their consumers. Because I'm totally down. I'm totally down to play in that sandbox. I understand why people can feel that way. But like, you have 2 sets. You have Murders at Karlov Manor, and you have Fallout. Murders at Karlov Manor is only going to sell a certain number of boxes anyway, and we have an aside representation of that information when we take a look at the secondary market. You look at Murders at Karlov Manor, 9,000 boxes. You look at the most popular standard release that I can remember in my lifetime of almost 20,000 boxes sold. Like the most popular release ever, but you look at a more normalized standard release, and this doesn't include Commander products, so this is, you're missing about, probably 3,000 to 4,000 boxes here. We got 7,000 boxes of Wilds of Eldraine. So you have that. So you have kind of a theoretical soft cap on these anyway. But you also have like your Universes Beyond sets, which sell like crazy, which are wonderful outreach. So if you want to make a ton of money and you're a greed lord, you're not going to sell a ton of these anyway. If you're a Wizard of the Coast greed lord, you're not going to sell a ton of these anyway. This product is not going to sell a ton of. So making this limited means you don't lose out on a bunch of money. Your business does better. If you make this rare with some chase stuff in it that people want, people can still want to collect. Lord of the Rings example. Lord of the Rings print run is crazy. It sells like hotcakes. People still want it and want to collect it. And this, by the way, these sales figures for Lord of the Rings are without the Commander deck. Well, like this is when things were still being done by hand. Like this is an insane figure that we are looking at right here. If you want to make money, you make this your outreach product. Your Universes Beyond is your outreach product. And your fan service, your rare, your get people hooked, your keep people coming back for the sets that don't reach as far is here. It seems so obvious to me, and it's so frustrating. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, business is about making money. Where you're so in touch with the consumer, the leave, quit buying because of greed, incompetence. How's the profits looking? Listen, I understand, but we just went through like, you can do this the right way. You can say, I want to have a collectible card game with accessible game pieces and also have a run of products that reaches outward. And you can do that. They just seemingly did the exact opposite. It's just wild behavior. It's just insane to me. And again, if you're in chat and you don't see how that business model works, I'm so open to be corrected. You guys know I have been wrong on the channel. I have been yelled at. I had someone, a little story time for you. I had somebody pop into a comment section last week. It was like, I'm mad that I ever found out that this creator existed. This guy is the worst. Like that was a comment on one of my videos or something. It was awesome. I was like, oh, holy moly. That's a weird thing to be mad about. So I am so used to being criticized. Criticism literally pops into my phone randomly throughout my day. So if you have a problem, if you think that that's off, I'm totally down to hear you out, and I will totally change my opinion if I agree with you. But me oh my, it just seems like a wild situation not to do this, what is, in my opinion, the correct way. I just couldn't believe that. All right, we got the poll go. We got 15 votes. You have 1 minute left to vote in the poll. 1 minute left to vote in the poll. I will be closing the poll in 1 minute. So Karlov Manor's going crazy. Ravnica Remastered, and we're off to a rough year. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to a rough year. This is going to be a rough one. So we have 2,000 total boxes sold on TCG Player for Ravnica Remastered, and I don't need to tell you that's low. And by low, I mean atrocious. Nicholas Vogel says most likely the license fees and the contract might have the max number of products. It very well might have, but they don't get a pass there. So if you're Wizards of the Coast, if you negotiate a deal and you're look at their track history. If your whole track history as a company for the last 4 or 5 years is we print a lot of accessible boxes. That's what we do. And some other companies strong arms you into a thing where you're like, I can only print a third the boxes that I normally print. Like, I still blame you for being a bad negotiator. I would have used things like, hey, we limited these, but we did a second wave. We printed a bunch of these. They were limited, but there's a ton of them out there. And they're fantastic products. They're iconic. They are beloved. They will go down in Magic's history as some of the greatest products of this era. 100%. You could have pointed to, now, this isn't your first Universes Beyond. You have examples of successful products that you could point to this company. So this is, if that's the case, if it's this license fee that people are talking about, and Nicholas, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I still blame WotC for not being better at negotiating your contract. Like, that's your contract. Be a better negotiator when it comes to your contract. So Ravnica Remastered. Oh, I said I was going to close the poll in a minute. I'm actually doing. I'm closing the poll. Let's see where we landed. Let's see. Where did we land? What are the results? Dun, 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 dun. End poll. Dun, 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 dun. 62% of you think when we get more Fallout collector boxes, duh, it's WotC. Nobody says no way, it's crazy limited. Nobody believes the limited story that they're telling. And 37% of you just like the stream, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, again, hitting that like button helps tell me what content to make and helps tell me, you know, kind of what we enjoy as we do these live streams. So here we go, Ravnica Remastered time. It's time to talk Ravnica Remastered. Nicholas says they were so fast on the contracts they needed so many Universes Beyond boxes. Again, I don't give them a pass. If they poorly negotiated their own contracts, I don't give them a pass. Off to a rough year, seeing this coming from worlds away. When they never mind. Sorry, Huckleberry. All right. The Ravnica Remastered, I have been on record. I love this set. I love this product. But these are embarrassing numbers if you're Magic the Gathering. And before, and this is why. Sweet. Sweet victory. Sweet victory, ladies and gentlemen. This is why the Data Vault is cool. Because when we talk Ravnica Remastered, everyone tells me, Josh, it's a remastered set. Don't you know? We hate remastered sets. The whole community. Hate them. The worst. Do we? I don't think we do. This is not Amazon numbers. This is pre-Amazon dump. Up to February of 2023 and into March, that is all pre-Amazon dump. We don't hate remastered sets. We were burned by remastered sets because of the Amazon dump. We historically had loved remastered sets. We loved them. We went crazy about it. We bought a ton of boxes. We won't be fooled again, as the saying goes. That's what's going on here. We will not be fooled again. And we have shown as a community, we don't believe you. I swear. Wizards Ghost, I swear, community, this is going to be limited print. It's one print run and done. You won't see these boxes ever again. This right here, it's going to be like gold. It's going to be so hard to get. You're going to want so many reprints, and we're not going to give any of them to you. We don't believe you. This right here screams, shouts from the mountaintop. We don't believe you. The price will come down. There'll be more. That's what we're saying here. We do not believe Wizards of the Coast, and I don't blame us. Listen, I don't blame us. I would not want to get burned again. I have Ravnica Remastered collector boxes, and I love them. I have Dominaria Remastered collector boxes. I love them. They're not worth anything, and that's okay. That's not why I have them. But I could see if I bought them at a high price and then just watched them get released at a crazy low price, I'd be pretty ticked too. Everything will be in a secret layer. Rob Boom Summer, good morning. Thank you so much for hanging out today, Rob. We are on one this morning as we are discussing some of Magic's history. Now, hold on. Let's, everybody, stream. Let's cleanse our palates. Those who know, I'm not a negative content creator. I don't really do the negative. I criticize things when I think they're critical, but I always try to find the good in the things that we're doing. I do my absolute best. Try to find the positive. So, in the interest, cleansing our palate, sip of coffee, a little delicious brew going on. Let's talk about what might be the biggest banger of a standard release ever. The absolute house, the behemoth, the massive, massive winner that is Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Wizards of the Coast can still do it. They can still do it. Every time you want to be mad about Magic the Gathering, remember that it's like any kind of horrible toxic relationship. The good is still in there. Where that's a terrible example. It's totally a joke, obviously. Like, this set is a banger. Absolute behemoth of a Magic the Gathering release. So good. Such a good product. So well balanced. The prices of this set. The prices of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Let's look. The set booster box. Oh, the average price. Look at that average healthy. Look at this healthy market graph, everybody. Look at this beautiful healthy market graph. Oh, Nicholas, I don't know if I've seen your name here in chat. First of all, welcome to Friday Morning Magic. Thank you for hanging out. We're a pretty tight-knit group. I normally remember most of the names. Not sure if I've seen you, and I'm not sure if I've seen Huckleberry Magic. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're getting there. Oh, baby, we're getting there. But look at this healthy market graph. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. This product. Look at the collector product. What's that? What's this? Is this collector product being collectible? Crazy. I know. It's still in there. They can still do it. And it's not just, this is a shining example of like, okay, this would be my one big critique. Probably shouldn't have a commander deck that's skyrocketing in price. Like, yeah, there'll probably always be more popular and less popular decks. You probably just have one big. But it's still in there. The good is still in there. And we've seen shades of it with other sets. I mean, we don't have the commander product tracked here. Again, this is kind of before the automation was finished being built. But the set booster box, again, I made a video and I called this set booster box the perfect product. Called it, and yeah, I might have been early. Lost Caverns of Ixalan was around the corner. This right here, you can get almost everything you can get in the collector booster box, in the set booster box. It's got tons of playable cards across a parade of formats. This product is not only healthy, but look at it just stabilize. Look at it just sit. And by the way, you know what this means, right? Do you know the best part of this? Do you know the best freaking part of this? If you're a game store, you can still make money on this product. Us, people buying the product, not game stores. I'm just a guy in a basement. I don't own a game store. When we buy a product, we feel good about spending our money on a product like this. We get things we want. We get things we perceive to have the value that we spent on the box. We love that. And the game store gets to not be broke. We could just do this. Like, it's great. Somebody at Wizards analyzed these standard sets. And it's not just, these are shiny examples. And let's take a look. That's how it compares to Wilds. Not a terrible example. Great game, toxic company. Yeah, it's a great game and a toxic. That's Captain Dingus. That might be spot on. So Wilds and LCR are two sides to the same coin. Both sets were well balanced and beautiful art. Really, both sets contracted desirable content. Dinosaurs, vampires, fairies are beloved creatures and types. 100% Josh Smith. Yes, it hit us. It hit us in our Magic the Gathering feels. That was the topic of one of my entire videos. Was like, a lot of the sets this year don't really strike us in our Magic feels. Kind of strike us in the Streets of New Capenna adjacent, Magic adjacent fields. Not quite Universes Beyond, but also not quite our Magic the Gathering. Anyone's ready for the 50th printing of Serialized Chromatic Lantern? I don't even own a Chromatic Lantern, I don't think. I don't even own a single Chromatic Lantern. Granted, not the biggest Commander player. Standard, Modern, Pioneer. Although Standard, I bought my first Standard paper deck. MagicCon Chicago. You're at MagicCon Chicago? If you're at MagicCon Chicago, first of all, I am 6'8" tall. I am loud, and I have long hair. Feel free to say hi. Be like, hey, I think I recognize you. And I am going to bring stuff. Good stuff. Be hanging out. We can play Magic. I know the homie from Kitchen Table TCG, Louie, will be there also. We will be having a good time. We will be at MagicCon Chicago. So make sure you come say hi. But I play that. I don't really play Commander, so I don't even have a Chromatic Lantern to speak of, let alone a serialized one yet. Yoko, good morning. What's up, Yoko? Welcome to the stream. Look at you pulling double duty. Louis' stream last night, my stream this morning. Look at you pulling double duty. Chromatic Lantern is slow, just use 2 color lands. Shout out, I opened a box. I bought a slot in a box opening on Rip and Ship by Moonshot, and I got lucky. I did get here. You know what? Why am I not on the big screen? I got the surveillance. I got a dig land. I got a foil full art dig land, so that was sweet. I was like, oh, that could have gone south. Super glad I snagged some of that goodness. Loud and long hair. You talk about me? No. Talking about me, dude. Just because we're brothers and essentially the same human doesn't mean that you have to tell everybody about it. So anyway, standard sets are wild this year. Like, man, hey, Phyrexia all be one. This is another one. This is without Commander product, but this is with the best product of 2023, the complete bundle. Like, this, it's just crazy, right? Like, it's in there. They can do this. Here's the set booster box for Phyrexia all be one. Average price of 1 in 22. It was touch and go there for a minute, but this product, how old is this product? The average price in February of 2024 is $122. How old is this product? Like, we can still do this. It is in there. It's just like, I don't know. I understand that they're the largest trading card game company. I understand they have to push the bounds of things, but like, I don't know. Give us less of this, which, by the way, look at this. This is March of the Machine Aftermath, which, by the way, cheaper product. March of the Machine Aftermath. This is Aftermath. This is Ravnica Remastered. Like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. LCS cool, the tribes, a little Universes Beyond, money for the LGS, balance these things. Captain Dingus, nail on the head. You nailed it. 100%. Aftermath was such a flavor fail. I gotta tell you, I bought some Aftermath. So if you're new here to the stream, I bought some Aftermath because the unique shape of the booster box, like, I was just like, a Magic product that looks like this. And you guys know, if you haven't seen, between the couple video backgrounds, my entire office, I collect sealed product. I would not consider myself a sealed product investor because I've never sold a sealed box that I've bought. So maybe if I'm a sealed product investor, I'm the worst sealed product investor ever. I've never sold a sealed product that I've bought. I like the unique shape of the box. I thought that was interesting. And I know we got the booster, blister, blaster packs of Assassin's Creed. I'll pick some of those up. You know what? I think it's time we add this. This has got to go on the shelf too. Got to go back there. So yeah, you said Yu-Gi-Oh! It's gonna come again with Assassin's Creed. Yoko says it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Box. Yeah, 100%. How did Aftermath sell a third more than Ravnica? Yeah. That's what nobody's talking about. Maybe that's the next channel member video, Yoko. Guys, if you're here, again, the channel membership supports cardboardfinance.com. Consider $5 a month to support this data project, help pay server fees, get access to content early, get exclusive content, all that stuff. I got a pinned link. Consider supporting. It goes wonders. I could not do this without the channel members. I would not be able to afford hosting this site, all the development work. And frankly, when I am up late at night, as I was last night, you know what? Because we've got some channel members in here, I'm going to give you guys a preview. Let's see if I can pull this off. I'm going to give you guys a preview of the next aspect of the project that I'm working on, and I think you're going to get a kick out of this. Let's see if I can. So this is the dev environment. Let's see. Ooh. Did this stop? Hold on. I'm going to give you guys a preview to the dev environment here and give you kind of a look as to what's coming, because this is going to be a lot of fun. I get a lot of questions about this. I know this is a tangent. Just 2 seconds. 2 seconds while I switch the scene here. Literally 2 seconds. Nope. Let's see. I think this is our dev environment. Let's see. Yeah. So our next big tool is a set comparer. We have pre-release, 30 days post-release, 90-day post-release. We are going to compare on this overlay 2 sets. We're going to compare, contrast. We're going to, in that time frame, how many products sold, what products sold, all of that. We have a set comparer on the way for all of our releases. And for those who are interested in the project, interested in the channel for not just Magic the Gathering, I like this little dev preview. This is a lot of fun. It's not just Magic the Gathering. You're going to be able to compare Magic to indie TCGs. You're going to be able to compare Magic and Sorcery and Flesh and Blood. You're going to be able to compare, if you're a fan of Kitchen Table TCG and our podcast over at May the Zoo Be With You, you're going to be able to compare Magic the Gathering to Pokemon. That's right. That's right. I'm going to give you a full breakdown, how many products are being tracked, how that affects each of the releases. This is going to be a lot of fun. I am excited for that. I got to tell you, I'm excited for that to happen. So that's the next aspect of the project. If you ever considered supporting the project, the mission, the data vault, and this channel, please do so with that in mind. And I can't wait for that to go live. That's going to be a good time. Let's get back to the fun stuff. Yeah. Right. Yeah, little peek behind the curtain, little peek at the dev environment, little peekaroonie here. All right. Yeah, I'm excited for where this is going. Let's take a look really quick and talk some indie TCGs before we sign off for the end of the day. Hold on, whoa, you guys are blowing up the chat. I gotta make sure to answer you guys. Later Storm, is Fallout going to be disappointing? Listen, I don't think it's going to be disappointing. I think Fallout's going to be great. I think Fallout's going to be, awesome. It's just very expensive. Now, here's the good thing is you can get every card. This is the positive. This gets lost in the sauce here, right? It is a good thing that just by buying the commander deck that you want, or buying all the commander decks, you can get your hands on every single card in the release. And since it's a commander release, you only need 1 copy of the cards. Like, this is a massive positive. My problem comes with the outreach of the transformation of Magic fan. When you're a Fallout fan, you come in, you play Commander, your next step is to crack a pack. Well, you would want stuff that you're going to add to your commander deck. You'd want to bling out the deck that you just bought and played, probably. Like, having that be a super limited product makes no sense. So I think this fall it's going to be, I think it's going to be great. I loved the themes. I did a video way on the set's release. Like, the different decks and how on point they are with the various themes and the mechanics. The mechanics look like a bunch of fun, except we're getting energy again. And this is my distrust with Wizards of the Coast. I don't trust energy to not just be the most broken thing in the entire universe. So, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be a wild one. So, yeah, Yoko, I agree with you. Fall is not going to be disappointing. Fall is going to be great. It's disappointing I'm not able to flip the collector box singles, but the set's going to be fire. Set is going to be fire. Fall has, like, oh, Nicholas loves the energy. I'm skeptical on the energy, Nicholas. I have energy nightmares. Oh, I have energy nightmares. Oh, just getting just crushed and stomped into the ground by teamer energy piles. Oh, how's Magic doing compared to Poliwag? Well, Magic has released a game, so you know, pretty good. Yoko says, I was ready to drop $7,000 in collector box flip for singles. I have $7,000 in the bank and no fallout. Listen, having $7,000 in the bank is not like the worst thing in the world. You can use it to come to MagicCon Chicago and hang out with all of us. I think this set's going to be a lot of fun. This is one of those I will buy the commander decks and sleeve them up because I think it's that much. I think it's got an opportunity to have a lot of good times with friends playing Magic. And again, I'm not a big commander guy. What's interesting too is when you look like sets with a limited number of products. We look at our remastered sets, right? There's essentially two SKUs here. You got a set box and a collector box, right? So you only have two SKUs. So you're not reaching as wide of an audience from a price point standpoint, but Doctor Who's commander sets with the decks and then the collector box sell extremely well, and the collector box is meaningful. You would think, like, and again, seeing the commander decks making the 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 5, all 5 of the commander decks between the 4 decks in the case are the best selling products for this release, and that 100% makes sense. But the collector box isn't a slouch here. It's not meaningless. It's not a meaningless product. The collector box sells a meaningful number of boxes when it comes to releases like this, and to see that be so hyper limited, I was like, ugh. Not a fan. Not a fan. So jumping into some indie TCG stuff, we have beta information on Sorcery. This is a weird. The Sorcery ecosystem is a weird one because of the Team Covenant relationship. Sorcery sold 140 boxes so far in February across all SKUs. The pre-constructed deck number continues to rise. You love to see that because the pre-constructed decks in Sorcery might be my favorite TCG product of 2023. I'm a complete bundle guy, but as far as complete bundle was for a while on Amazon $40 too, but it was an $80 product. It's by and far, if you put it in a category with intro products, it's not even close. It's the best intro product I maybe have ever seen, as far as from a TCG. So there's the Team Covenant relationship that kind of makes that weird. I don't want to get too far into that because I don't know. Like, I understand it's tough. You're an indie TCG. You give somebody access to your product because you want to get the reach that company offers, but at the same time, then you do kind of hamstring your marketplace. Like, it's a tough balance, man. I'm not cut out to make that decision. I don't know how to do it. Maybe it's a timed contract thing. It's best seen in that arena. So I don't know. We'd have to see. We'd have to get to the bottom of that and see how that goes from a numbers perspective. But I'll admit it. I'm not a member of the Sorcery team, so I trust them to get anything done that needs to happen for the game. So that's kind of where Sorcery is looking. Actually, I think I paused the One Piece update, or One Piece had not. Let me kick that off. We'll do One Piece numbers before the stream ends here. Before the stream ends here, if we want to compare One Piece to stuff, we'll do we'll do One Piece numbers. We'll update those before the end of the stream here. We'll kick off that process, get that going. Flesh and Blood had a very great release, and it does seem, here's the rumor. The rumor is Fab finally limited a print run of a product. Maybe. That's just the rumor, but we also have to keep a couple things in mind here. Take a look at Flesh and Blood TCG sets. We'll look at heavy hitters. We'll go, where's our sealed product? Where is our sealed product? So we are sitting at a round map here, a little bit below, which is normal, but we're not falling off nearly as fast as we have in the past. So that to me is much healthier. I have heard great things about the playability of the set. Playability for Fab's always been good. I still think it's a poorly run company. That's my problem with the organization. I think the game design is great. I don't think decisions at the top are the most informed or the most rational or the most adult decisions being made. That's my opinion. But this was, by all intents and purposes, a successful release for them. We have to remember, though, these numbers here. It's got 1,000 boxes sold, so it's outpacing other Fab sets at this point. The problem is 500 of these, 500 plus of these 817 boxes were sold by TCG player themselves with a promo at a higher price. That's why you have this higher than average cost. So this is, these numbers are skewed a little bit here. Do you know what I mean? So Nicholas says, can't wait for Mr. House and the D20 and D&D Baldur's Gate. I still have PTSD for anything Magic with Baldur's Gate. So, I still have a little PTSD. The collector box Doctor Who and Fallout only has cards for commander decks in them, not just 10 jank common. Yeah, well, everything in that collector box goes right into one of your commander decks that you bought from that set. It's the only place to get foils, it's the only place to get the alt art treatments. It's a cool way to bling out your deck. It's a wonderful way to transition a new fan into like, hey, this is how Magic the Gathering and TCGs as a whole work. Because I'm qualified to say, and I say, build your own desirability. Quit relying on other successful companies to pull you to their level. If you don't know, I'm a bat doctor. What do I think Fab needs to do to achieve better results? I don't want to get too far down into the Fab world. You can't. I mean, I think they're achieving the results that they want, and that's good. And I wanted different results for them. I wanted to see them grow faster than that. I wanted to see, them be in the TCG space in a meaningful way. And they're one of the bigger of the indies for sure. If not maybe the biggest indie, I think they had a shot to go beyond that. So I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole because, Mom always said if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything. But for all intents and purposes, that's looking like a very successful release, and I like that it went back to old school. It did. Seeing the cards, hearing my friends talk about it, reminded me of some of the best times I've had in TCGs, just like sitting around and jamming games and the back and forth with friends. Like that to me, that nostalgic pull of like the back and forth with your friends and having that trading aspect of a game like that, it reminded me of that experience. And I think that's a wonderful place for a game like that. That is spot on. Spot on. So, all right, I think we have One Piece numbers before we sign off here for the day. One Piece. One Piece. Slowing down in February. One Piece. What are we doing, One Piece? Why are we slowing down? That's okay. There's a lot going on with One Piece between the random... Maybe this is getting reprints. Maybe it's not. So here we go. We got One Piece information just pulled in. We're slowing down in February, as I just said. And it's like, maybe we're getting reprints. Maybe we're not getting reprints. We're not sure. We've got this beautiful back and forth with One Piece and with Bandai. They have committed to reprinting old sets. They've said they are going to do that. They didn't really give much detail outside of that. Just like, hey, we are going to reprint sets. It's like, great. Thank you very much. Awesome. So we'll have to see how this plays out. I am excited that One Piece is part of the Data Vault project. OP6 will be in the Data Vault as well. We'll be tracking those, and it'll be nice as time goes on. And we have this with Magic the Gathering, right? The wonderful thing that we have with Magic that we don't necessarily have with every other trading card game is the ability to compare set over set. Like, as this list of sets grows, as we get more and more releases into this archive, we can start looking at times in year versus set and standard versus universes beyond and things like that. It becomes this wonderful microcosm of our community as we see it. And because of that, the more verbose the data, the more consistent we stay after it and keep building out the data vault and keep playing this data and keep capturing this information, the better off we're going to be. Now, there will be a legacy concern from a technology standpoint. They'll have to be archived into, summary records for a month and things like that. So we'll have to, but that's a problem for future me. That's a problem for future me that I don't have to deal with right now. So I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm just not going to, we haven't checked in on a while, chat. We haven't looked at now that we're here. Ugh. Remember when we thought before Ravnica Remastered, we thought this was as bad as it was going to get? Remember that? This is why this is cool. Remember when we thought this was bad? Yeesh. Wild times. And it's important to note, God, this product sold well as soon as it became affordable. As soon as the price on this product absolutely crashed, people were like, yeah, I'll buy this. Yeah. God, Commander Masters. What a wild time. Wild time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a ton of fun. Captain Dingus, yes, we will all work to consistently stay positive. Again, we are not a negative community. We're not a negative stream, but we do call things out as we see them. And things have been a little bit rough for the last couple releases, but we're looking to turn it around. If you haven't yet, make sure you head over to Kitchen Table TCG, youtube.com/Kitchen Table TCG, and check out the May the Zoo Be With You podcast. It's a podcast with two of my very best friends and myself every single Friday morning. We'll be putting snippets from the episodes on this channel. Stay tuned for that. But this has been a lot of fun. Big shout out to everyone in chat. Big shout out to everyone else who joined. If you are lurking, you haven't said anything, make sure you hit that sub button. Thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh. And while this has been a ton of fun, I gotta start my day job. I gotta go get to work. All right, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one. Goodbye.